is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Oh, look who we have.
It's a beautiful day. Got our man, Jim from Minneapolis. We're going to take it by storm.
Taking it by storm, baby.
I love that. That's a great saying, man. Hey, what's happening, brother?
Good morning, gentlemen. How you guys doing today?
Good, man. Yourself?
Oh, man. It's been the most incredible couple of days since when I called in on Friday, Litecoin busted out of that consolidation on the 2-hour chart.
Okay.
And it just never looked back. It did a 100-point ABC up, and now it's very extended the way I look at it. But holy, I mean, it went up to $420 last night.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. It's a TGIF, folks. Let's make it a great one. Create the perfect relationship between you and your body. Treat your body with all love, honor, gratitude, and respect. When you make it a goal to adore your body and accept yourself completely, you'll learn to have the perfect relationship with anyone else you are with. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials right now trading up 181. You get NASDAQ down 7. S&Ps are up 12.5. Gold contract flat, 1271.10. Silver up 13 cents, $16.46 an ounce. Copper's up a penny at $3.03 a pound. Light sweet crude, that's the number, folks, up 4.5%. Trading up $3, $68.72, and you get wide price spread, volume behind the move. You got it all. Notes and bonds. Notes and bonds are flat. 10-year note, 119.27. 30-year bond, 144. King dollar down 219 ticks, trading at 94.185. The euro is trading at 116.62 to 1 US dollar. The yen is at 109.91 to 1 US dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's go take a look at them. We'll go look at the SPY first. SPY right now trading up $1.15. You've done 31 million shares. We had gone downtown on Tuesday with 97 million. You go downtown yesterday with 71 million. Bottom line, folks, you are building cars for downtown, big time. NDX 100. We take a look at the 3 Qs. What do you have with the 3 Qs? 3 Qs out here, little different animal. Why? Okay, so yesterday you come downtown, 43 million shares. Well, guess what? You're going lower, and you have 21 million shares. So that's going to more than likely try to get into the 176.65 level once again. The composite, NASDAQ composite, if we take a look at the composite, same type of setup inside the composite. What I expect we're going to see out here today, let's go look at this for a second, because it looks like the composite is going to have lighter volume also. We're at 1.5 billion. It is. So the NASDAQ composite as well as the NDX 100 does not look like they're done yet. We go over to the Dow Industrials. Bottom line, whole different animal. This thing, bottom line, I suspect is done. This is probably setting up a B to a C of an ABC structure on the way down. What we have, this has been a one-way move down for the last 10, 12 days. Right now, we started out, on the 11th of June. We're 25,400. Bottom line, you're 24,600 right now. We came down with volume all the way down. Yesterday we did 807. You're doing a dead cat bounce out here today. You'll probably do about 700 million, maybe 650. Gold contract. What do we have with the gold? And that may be setting up an ABC down, folks. That's how that's setting up. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? Gold contract, folks, finished its ABC structure on the way down. We had the price projection out here of 1267. You got to 1262.40. Bottom line, you're at 1271. What we'd be looking for right now inside the gold contract next week is a sign of strength. No sign of strength yet. Silver. We would dab with silver, different animal. Silver right now up 13 cents. Silver never broke out of its range. never broke its lowest swing point, and then on top of that, you get volume behind the move, which is really cool. Silver's a different animal right now. So silver, bottom line, still wants higher price. 1780, which is the swing point going back 5 months, is game. If we do go look at some of the gold and silver stocks, you're going to see they're also catching a bid. If we start with the GDX, this was right off the bat this morning. Bottom line is that GDX right now is up 27 cents. You've done 16 million shares. And what we will see coming into the close out here is that you're going to see volume come into the GDX. They like throwing volume in at the close. If we take this and we put this on a weekly basis, what you're going to see is you have two different things. You're going to have volume come into the close so you stay in the range. On the weekly basis, you're going to have a rejection of lower price going against its strength from the 13th, the week of the 13th of April. Bottom line, it's a good setup. We've done approximately, we're going to do about 125 million going into 220. You get a rejection of price, closed higher, bottom line wants higher price. We take a look at a few of the, well, let's go to the XAU, the HUI. You'll see that the bids are all there. XAU up 98 cents, $81.81. You take that and put it on the weekly, you get the same type of setup. Rejection of lower price, lighter volume on the weekly. Gold Bugs Index, same type of setup. Gold Bugs Index right now is up 226, trading 176.87. You put that on a weekly, same type of setup. So, bonds. Let's go into the ever-ready bond market. That bond market, folks, still wants higher price. It's pretty amazing, actually. 10-year note. It's flat out here. You're at 119.27. Bottom line, we are done. We made a higher low this week. Still had light volume on the pullback. This thing is building cause to get up and into the high that was generated on the 30th of May, which is the 121.03 number. 30-year bonds, same type of setup inside the 30-year. 30-year right now, USU 8. 30-year bond, trading flat, 144 even. Did the same type of setup. Nice setup, man. This 30-year, you know, your swing high, your last swing high is 145.28. Bottom line, it wants to make a run for it. 30-year, I didn't even come close to the lowest swing point this week. So big numbers. And King Dollar, what do we got with King Dollar? Okay, so King Dollar, you know, down slightly today, no big deal. Bottom line, what you're not doing is holding price. You know, we're right near the lows of the day. 94.095 is the low. We're at 94.190. If we take a look at this and you put this on a continuous contract, what you're going to see out here is that we got into the October 2017 swing high, rejected it. That swing high is 95.070. Rejected it, and bottom line is that sets up. Guess what? We'll have the retracement. We'll see where this baby goes. And if you're a bull inside the metals market, you want to see an expansion of volume as it goes to the lower price. If you're a bear, if you're a bear in the metals market, you want to see a contraction with light volume. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Some of the higher volume equities out here. We have Micron Tech's down $1.91. You got Comcast up 132. Verizon is up $1.09. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up 179. You get the NASDAQ down 8. S&Ps are off 11. Let's go over and we take a look at Harley-Davidson. So today, folks, is the first day that the European tariffs are on products coming out of the U.S. Bottom line, 25% tariffs is, big number. Harley-Davidson, that's getting nailed with one of them. The thing that's pretty wild is that it was almost like the market didn't want to react at the beginning of the open out here. You know, picture this: you get a Harley that's 20 grand, right? Bottom line, it's going to be a 25% tax on that. Guess what? It's 25 grand if you want to buy it. You think they'll sell any Harleys in Europe? Doubt it. See ya. Don't want to be ya. Well, they figured that out at about 10 o'clock this morning. 10 o'clock this morning, someone sold into this pretty good. 45.28 to 44.26. Right now, excuse me, folks. This equity has gone from 55 to 44. We put this on a weekly. Well, it's gone a lot further than that. It's gone from 62 in 2017. This thing is going after, has a high volume low from January of 2016 at 36 bucks. That's where that's going to go. And this Taft issue, folks, bottom line, you hear the rhetoric going back and forth. Yeah, they're going to get the Chinese premier over here. These tariffs are going in. July 6th, get out of the way, because bottom line is that it's been a long time that they put them in place. They let them stay out there. If you think if it's going to get straightened out in another couple of weeks, my take, it's not even close. These things are going to go in. Huge tax on everything. And bottom line, these taxes, our markets are going to get hit. And that's why you're seeing that the S&P is so weak. And that's why you're seeing the aspect of the Dow Industrials are so weak. Because these are going to come back at these numbers in a huge way. And then we'll see where the rest of this shakes out. My take is that it's going to be a mess, like, in a huge way. Some of the higher volume equities out here, this is how they go. You got Advanced Micro up 13 cents. You got Micron Technologies down 2. Let's go take a look at Micron Tech. So Micron right now, the low for the year is 26, the high 64. You get some volume behind the move. Yeah, this is building cost to get into these lows out here for $56.62. NVIDIA, NVDA, we take a look at NVIDIA out here. Same setup. NVIDIA down $5.40. We are at 251. And what just happened with NVIDIA, NVIDIA just came back inside its lower range. It had broken out of that range May 7th. Bottom line, came back into it. This is going to be a problem child. NVIDIA also has that high volume low laying out here at 204. Right now you're at 250. So you can expect some action downtown. AMAT had already broken down. Bottom line, that's making its way into the February 9th swing low, also of 45. Right now you're at 48. Lam Research, LRCX, where are you there? Same type of setup. Lam had broken apart much earlier. That's down from 240. You're at 174. That is making its way. The February 9th swing low, check them out over the weekend. 156. That's game at 156. Big numbers. There's no two ways about that. When we talk about big numbers, if you want to see something that's pretty wild, now, all these marijuana stocks up in Canada, they ran, and they ran in a huge way, last 2 or 3 months. If you take a look at Canopy, Canopy had run from a price point April 30th of $23, topped out this morning at 48. And what you have here, October 27th, that's when the deal is going to be recreationally legal. And then when you had intraday out here today, this is pretty wild. So Canopy, Constellation Brands already owns 10% of it. But what you have, another huge Canadian company, Molson Coors. Bottom line, this is what the rumor is. Molson Coors Brewing has held talks with several Canadian-based marijuana companies to invest in, collaborate on cannabis-infused beverages in an attempt to halt declining beer sales. Up in Canada, folks, that's going to happen very quickly. That's why I suspect that what you had Constellation Brands going into that market first, so it's going to be pretty wild watching how this whole thing shakes out. Most of those companies right now, it looks like they ran up. They're probably selling the news. I would take your time, before you basically run into those companies. Go take a look at General Motors. General Motors out here, that's trading at a price point of $41.37. Now, this is right into its gap. Don't be buying this, baby. This had gapped higher on May 30th till May 31st. It's right into its gap. That gap's going to get filled. And that's a monster gap, by the way. $37 is the bottom of that gap. So it is serious business. XBT. Bitcoin. Bitcoin is bit the dust. Bitcoin down for $495. Trading at 62.23. Now, what Bitcoin, I suspect, is going to be doing next week is going after its high-volume swing low. That's 59.22. Right now, we hit today 6,076. The thing that's amazing, if you break that, then you get game on to like 4,900. We don't have good volumes in this, but you talk about getting toasted. Oh my God, that is heavy. Now, oil. Let's go to the oil market. So you had OPEC come out today. Bottom line, they said they're going to increase the amount of barrels, but the market evidently thought they were going to increase it a lot more. So this is what you have. The oil contract's up $3.35. 1 million contracts traded, which is saying that, guess what, man? You are talking a lot of contracts. You have wide price spread. You get the volume saying, like, listen, next stop in oil can be $70 again. So right now we get a consolidation at the bottom of it, 65. The top right now is 72. We take a look at some of the other products inside the oil market. You have gasoline was up 2.8%. So unleaded this weekend, wholesale 207. Heating oil, unleaded, 212. That is up 2.5%. So you get some decent numbers out here inside that oil market. The XLE, if we take a look at the XLE, XLE up $1.59. Now this is where this gets intriguing. For some reason, we have oil at high price, has stayed at high price for a long period of time, but guess what? Bottom line, this XLE just can't get any traction. You think that this thing will be able to get into its swing point, just can't do it. What it did do, it get into its gap down, and there's just not enough juice there. ExxonMobil, we take a look at ExxonMobil. ExxonMobil up $1.70, 7 million shares, while you come down on 23 million. Chevron, we take a look at Chevron out here. Same thing. Chevron is much stronger than Exxon, But guess what? When you're looking at this today, it's not even close, man. Chevron's up in 4 million shares. You're coming into 5.9 on the way down. The XLF, we go over to the financials. We take a look at the financials. Financials can't catch a bid. The banks, folks, are going after the high-volume lows, and the high-volume lows in the XLF rather, is $26. And this baby here is basically, if we break these levels, we've been consolidating now. We broke topside December of 2017. We've been consolidating since that point. You get a high-volume low at 26.76. You break that baby and see ya, don't want to be ya. And that is Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs has been down for 6 months, 370 to 270 rather. Yeah, 275 to 227. That also wants lower price. Stay right there, folks. We come right back. We have the Dow Industrials right now up 189. Nasdaq is down 8. S&Ps are off 12. We'll come right back.
No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now up 177, Nasdaq down 9, S&P's up 10. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Dave White, as we do each and every Monday at 30 past the first hour. Don't forget, folks, Dave's got a great show here every trading day, 2 to 3 Eastern Standard Time. Also has a couple great newsletters. He's got the Tech Insider as well as the Path of Least Resistance. You can get both of them by coming over to our website at TFNN. Go into newsletters. They both come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Dave White, what's going on?
Well, you were talking about Bitcoin. I don't have a slide for it, but since you were talking about it, I did want to bring something up because one of the most talked about papers from PhDs in Europe over the last couple of weeks has been the amount of power that is used daily to mine Bitcoins.
Okay.
How many millions of people do you think it takes to equal the amount of power each day spent on mining Bitcoins?
I don't know. Tell me.
10 million.
10 million. Yeah.
An entire country in the Eastern Bloc of 10 million uses slightly less power than all the power used every single day to mine Bitcoins.
That's why that hydropower is so important. Interesting, man. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Right.
it's turning electricity into money, and it always seemed rather bizarre. I will stick to my guns that this has always been a giant CIA plot to get all the hashes so they can figure out and decode every mail or every message that they have in their archives going back into the 70s from the Russians and everybody else. But I mean,
This is a good one. This is a CIA plot. Say that again now. I got to get this straight. It's a CIA plot to do what?
Basically, what they're doing is code breaking.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's something called a rainbow table where you go and you literally figure out how to make a key for every lock.
Okay.
And that's what they're doing.
Okay.
Mathematically, right?
And they're having someone else do it for them, right? Is that what you mean?
Right. I mean, it's
okay.
It's got Mark Twain's Paint the White Fence for Me. It's got the whole thing. And as far as I can tell, it hadn't really cost anybody a whole lot. I've always thought that maybe somebody was behind it, maybe the CIA, maybe somebody else. But it just seemed so practical to use that as the basis of figuring out all the hashes. It's mathematical speak, but literally you kind of take a long number,
Yeah.
and you turn it into a short number,
Okay.
and that describes, you can make the bigger number out of the smaller
And
number.
is that what the hash means, Dave? Is that?
That's what it is.
Cool.
And
Okay. Okay.
And you just keep trying and trying and trying. And
Yeah.
if you get one that unlocks the key,
Yeah.
suddenly you get a Bitcoin, right?
Yeah. Right.
So they've got all these people out there turning electricity into hashes.
Yep.
And if the hash works, then
Bingo. Yeah.
yeah, then they get a Bitcoin and you move on. But it's always been bizarre that that's the way you distributed the cash. That's something that really doesn't have any obvious use, right?
Right. Oh no! Listen, there's no doubt, man. It's going to be wild watching this thing shake out. No, I can, you know.
I think we're going to find out one day that this has been a giant plot to make a rainbow table, which is just every possible hash there is, and they're going to go back and look through all the messages that they had in the last 20 years and figure out what everybody, from embassies and everybody else. Now we're of course going to have quantum computers in the near future, which will probably discount all of that. But you never, this will just be an easier way to do it.
Totally.
But you don't know. Anyway, I just thought it was very
cool,
interesting to see how much power people are putting into this thing.
Oh yeah.
And on the long list of things that have been binges of financial euphoria, from the tulip mania.
This is the next. It's right there.
Just going to be another chapter and all that. It just seems like it, right?
Yeah. No, listen, it's going to be intriguing watching the whole thing shake out. I can tell you that.
Last week when you weren't here, I was talking with Tommy about a new IPO that came public last Thursday. And, of course, what happened this week, but Tuesday the Supreme Court came out and ruled 5-4 decision that states can employ other companies in other states to collect sales tax coming into their state.
Right.
Now, this hadn't been a big issue for Amazon. If you have a business in that state, then they can force you to pay sales tax.
Sure.
It's been companies that I deal with mostly, I think of as one called Newegg. They sell lots of computer and technology art in California. And if I'm willing to wait a couple of days, it's much cheaper.
Right.
That is going away. So those taxes are going to be on just about everybody.
Sure.
But the reason I brought it up was there was one company that's actually going after these people that can't afford to have their own tax division in it. You know, any large company like Amazon is going to have this in-house.
Yeah.
But if you got a company with 5 people in it, it's the same thing like Paychex or any of these other human resources companies or Paychex or all these other companies. It really needs some kind of cloud-based solution for deducting all this. And I talked about it last week with him. I thought that this announcement was going to come out next Tuesday, and I kind of got snaked on it because I was looking at getting onto this one before. But it's Avalara. The symbol is AVLR.
Yeah.
And it came out just about perfectly. The only perfect part would have been that it waited till next Tuesday for the Supreme Court to come out, because that's when I was planning to get into it for the day. But it had like a nice $18, $19 move on Tuesday. That was part of it. But I think you're going to hear a lot more about this. I brought it up on my show. But when we talk about new IPOs, this is a lot in this segment. This is a lot of the kind of stuff where I'm saying these things are really starting to look interesting, because it's not just yet another social
media.
It's
quite a move. Intraday, it went from $40. What, the decision came out at 10:30 or something? It went from $40.63, folks, up to $59. Holy cow! Yeah.
Yeah. So this one, I think, you know, when it quiets down, the way that this works is that if you run a website, you have to collect taxes.
Sure.
You can just poll them real quick, find out what zip code the people are in, and then you'll find all the taxes that you'll need to collect and pay. And you can just do it kind of as a service and just tack it onto your website, and they'll figure out, you know, what you need to collect and what you need to send them each year.
Nice.
And it seems to be, you know, almost perfect timing and a perfect product for this ruling out here.
Right.
And this is going to be a little messy for a little while, because the states really haven't put laws in or figured out
for the small people it will be. That's like a mess, no doubt.
Right. And that's exactly where this thing will probably fit. But when I talk about IPOs, as we have been for the last couple of months on Fridays, this is one that you almost see instantly out here that I think is going to do well over time. It's going to probably quiet down a little bit. And if you can get in at the right price, I think this is going to do well over the next few years.
Yeah, no, I'd agree. I mean, because you know what ends up happening, folks, is that it's pretty wild. That's why I let Amazon sell my books, because it's easier. I don't have to deal with it. Do you know what I mean?
It's easier.
It is.
If you're in a thing that you can't give Amazon a taste, interesting.
Yeah. Stay right there, folks. Dave and I come right back. We have the Dow Industrials right now up 174, Nasdaq's down 12, S&Ps are trading up 10. Dave and I come right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live, and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
The Path of Least Resistance, David White's daily market letter, gives you trade recommendations based on David's proprietary power law vector indicator that put the odds of success overwhelmingly in your favor. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price for each stock and option trade. David combines his years of trading experience along with his background in technology and computing to offer his subscribers his take on the markets on a daily basis. Every trading day by 9:30, David publishes his morning issue of The Path of Least Resistance, along with updates sent out throughout the week whenever there is new actionable trading information. All new subscribers receive a 30-day, no questions asked money-back guarantee. To sign up for David White's daily trading newsletter right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Talk with I'm Mr. Dave White. We are talking markets. We're talking technology. And don't forget, folks, all the programming right at TFNN. Of course, you can get it right at TFNN. Real easy way to do it also. Right on your cell phone. Go to YouTube. YouTube, you pull up TFNN Corp. It comes right up. Hit subscribe. All the programs come right up. You're going to get some great programming, great digital, as well as audio. So what's next out here, Dave? What do we got?
Well, last week, Apple got handed its hat in the International Trade Commission on the Qualcomm patents for their modems. And this actually gives 9 out of 10 times the power for Qualcomm to keep Apple's phones from entering the country if they don't come up with an agreement with Apple. Apple's been using Intel's modem in their chips, but to avoid patent issues with Qualcomm, it's not very fast. In fact, it's about 20% slower than Qualcomm's modem. So even though you've got 4G, you've got a little less 4G than the exact same Qualcomm chip in a Samsung flagship.
I see. Okay.
Now, what we found out yesterday was that Apple has made a deal with Qualcomm to use some of their chips starting in September. But if you think you're going to get an Apple phone that's a little faster than the old Apple phones, au contraire, Apple's going to throttle those so that they don't act any different than the phones that have the Intel chip in.
Really?
Yes. So Apple and Qualcomm have been at each other's throats now for a couple of years. It escalated, I thought, unwisely by Apple because Qualcomm there's a lot of patents. Some of them are defendable, some of them are not.
Yeah. But
Qualcomm's got the best patent portfolio of any company. Hardware is some of the best patentable products in the world when it comes to chips.
Yes.
In software, you can do step 1, 2, or 3, and maybe in different orders, and avoid a patent. So generally, software patents are not all that exciting.
Okay.
It's very tough to do that in hardware and say, I want to do step 3 first instead of step 2. It just never seems to work. So trying to do something to get around somebody else's patents, fairly easy in software, incredibly hard in hardware. And that's why Qualcomm's asked a lot of money for the products, why Apple thought that it shouldn't have to pay. It thinks, well, we've made this entire market. Qualcomm thinks, well, we made the market before you even came to it.
Yeah, and they did. You know, I remember in the 90s when the Jacobs were putting that together, right? Is that the,
Yeah.
I think, is that, you know, what people had said, folks, is that, you know, plenty of people thought that Qualcomm would never fly, and these was basically one guy and ended up being his family, right? I mean, they just start patenting everything, and people start using it because it was so expensive to do the research to get the patent to start with, right? I mean, to get the technology. It was easier paying them a small fee, which was a small fee, but no one ever knew how many hundreds of millions of chips we're going to sell, right?
Right. Now, there's kind of two things. Qualcomm really went after a lot of these patents that have to do with radio communication.
Okay.
That's kind of what is in electronics called the black arts, because things don't work exactly as you think that they should. There's a lot of weird stuff that you don't tell other people, and you just wouldn't know it unless you spent your life working with radio communications. Digital stuff, it kind of is on or kind of off, right? There's not a lot of, if something's not working, there's not a deep, dark secret in there. You probably just connected two wires wrong. So, you know, when you get into this kind of stuff that they did, there's probably not a lot of ways it's going to work. And if they found one, it's probably going to be 10 times harder for you to find one that's not the exact same way.
Right.
So pretty tough. Now, interestingly enough, I've talked about on my show and a couple of these things about 5G and 5G phones coming. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen it around Clearwater, but I've been driving by them for the last week, and there are a ton, and going to be, in fact, I talked to one of the installers, 500 new poles from T-Mobile in Clearwater and Largo and down through Pinellas for 5G spots. And I've watched these guys literally install them this week going down the road. These are all fiber optics.
Wow.
So we are already in the 5G
That's pretty
territory.
cool.
And again, because Pinellas County is one of the most densely packed counties in America. I think it's second or third or fourth. This is going to be incredibly powerful. These antennas can do a variety of things. The most impressive is that it can follow you around. The little antenna arrays can point at you and use kind of less power.
Okay.
But let's say you go behind a building.
Yeah.
It can bounce off yet another building back to you. So it knows how to do bank shots. These things get smarter as they go along. If you see one come by the antennas as you're driving down the street, you'll see just a single pole, nothing kind of hooked up to it.
Yeah.
At the very top of the pole is something that's about maybe 18 inches by maybe 30 inches.
Yeah.
And it's kind of gray. Doesn't look like a lot. Just kind
of. I think I saw them putting up over Clearwater Bridge this week.
Yep. They are. We are getting 500 of them here in the next 6 weeks. Okay. So you're going to see these things pop up all over. I don't know when T-Mobile's going to start pushing 5G. The big rollout is probably going to be sometime early in 2019 for the most of the country. But where these guys are going to make the most amount of their money is that you can put in one of these small towers and handle about 10 times more than another cell tower can. And of course,
I wonder what's going to happen with that. I got to pull up that public company that what's that public that makes all the money renting the cell towers, man.
Yeah, what's the name of that?
Yeah, we got to
remember. I'll think of it.
We got to find that out, right?
Yeah, I don't know if that's going away instantaneously.
No, but it would seem like it would get affected, right? You know.
The neat part about this is that it works incredibly well in highly congested areas.
Okay.
So my guess is that this will be, if you're talking about those towers as you go up I-75, those will probably stay like they are. But in highly congested places like New York City or anything like that, let's say that you want to put one of these little transmitters in your, you've got a big company and you've got like 1,000 people that have lunch in their lunchroom at 12 noon. You can actually buy one of these antenna systems for fairly cheap and put it in your building.
That's cool.
So these aren't like one giant tower handles 5 square miles. These are going to be smaller areas that can.
And what is the difference? Like, is 5G that much faster than what we have right now?
Yes.
Cool.
And we'll talk about that when we come back.
Stay right there, folks. Dave and I are going to be coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials right now up 186. You get the NASDAQ down 4. S&Ps are up 11. Gold's up $1.50. We get silver up 15 cents. Come right back, folks.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow up 166. NASDAQ is down 30. S&Ps are up 9.5. I'm talking to my man, Mr. Dave White. Yeah, and it's American Tower, and that doesn't look like it's getting hit anyway. So
I think it's going to take a long time
Yeah.
to supplant that. It took 15 years to roll out 4G. So these are some, this is a major infrastructure move.
Okay.
And probably when they take something off that tower, someone will be behind them for some
Yeah.
other purpose. They'll want to
Right.
put on an antenna.
Right.
So I don't know if that is such a big deal. To me, the money is in these people making at least the hardware to begin with, and then the actual people like Sprint and T-Mobile as they sell high-speed services, because you'll be able to get gigabit speeds wirelessly. And my question is whether or not they're going to start offering internet service to your home to go around people like Spectrum and frontier, because these systems have certainly have the bandwidth to do it in these local systems.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Well, a lot of people talking about net neutrality and issues, and there are not enough people offering high-speed data. This could really solve the last mile issue to people's homes, so they wouldn't have to.
This is the phone companies putting these up right now, Dave?
Yes.
Okay.
This one's in this area is T-Mobile.
I see. Interesting.
And they are not saying anything. I did call them. They said, well, we're not really saying what we're doing or anything, but I can imagine if they're throwing these things up, it's not going to be more than a couple of months before we see something from these guys.
Boy, that's going to be quite a competitive deal they have. That's cool, man.
Yeah, I think they're trying to get out early on this. This may be more of a test before they go to the rest of the country. But I haven't seen anything else from these folks. But 5G is on its way.
Wow. Gotta love it. Thanks so much, Dave. Appreciate it. Don't forget, folks, come right over. You can get Dave's newsletter right on the front page of TFNN. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Thanks for being here, folks. Great weekend, safe weekend. Look forward to speaking right back here at 8 o'clock Monday morning. Look at them, folks.
Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated folic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.